Justice League Unlimited issue number 8. That's right, folks. This is the We Are Yesterday Part 6, or the finale, to this event that I haven't really enjoyed. I think it was a lot more hype than it led up to be. It's Mark Waid playing with the stuff he likes, which is from another era of comic books, which is fine or whatever. If all of this was just a reason to get Jonah Hex into the present day, I guess that's something. It's not much, but it's something. So We Are Yesterday. I haven't covered the whole event, only the stuff that appears in the Justice League Unlimited book. Gorilla Grodd gets infinite power, and he wants to use the Legion of Doom to take over the world and destroy humans. And that's it. It's just this whole book's a big fight, and I know that's appealing to some people. It has never been appealing to me. I do like a splash page from Dan Mora showing a lot of characters, but it's characters that I have no reverence for, really. I don't really care for Batman Beyond or Electric Blue Superman, or what era of Batman was it where he had like the rolled up sleeves with the purple gloves. I do like 90s Aquaman, and I do like Jonah Hex, so that's something. Anyways, Airwave thinks he can like stop a thing, so he's going to use some part of his combined power with Red Tornado to get enough juice to take the risk and destroy the anchor that's connecting Gorilla Grodd to all the power. As that's going on, it's just a big fight, and I think that's going to be appealing to some people. It looks pretty good. There's a lot of emphasis on 90s Aquaman. I don't know why. Maybe because current Aquaman is off in another realm dealing with the blue, so we have to get an Aquaman in here, I guess. But it's just a big old fight. And then the Terrifics show up, and they get like really messed up because they make Metamorpho look like a big puddle. Creepy and weird, but it happened. So that's something. Gorilla Grodd gets a little too angry and gets a little chaotic. He's literally, his brain's going to explode. It looks insane. And he says, "Not my circus, not my monkeys," as if that does anything. This is their moment. It's use all of the pure magic to destroy everything in the world. Like the Watchtower's turning into a big Omega symbol, and then the rest of the actual Justice League show up to do something with the help of Airwave. He can bring everybody in to fight. So they're going to do a big fight. So even more characters are going to show up and do a big fight. I think there's something to just beating up Gorilla Grodd enough where he loses. Yes, there are panels that depict Martian Manhunter sticking his hand into Grodd's brain, which I'm like, that's kind of fun. There's a whole page dedicated to a bunch of Batman-adjacent characters beating up the Joker, which I guess is fun. I don't know. Like, they're losing to Grodd, but then Airwave makes the ultimate play. Like, we're still connected with, like, the weird Omega particles, whatever's connecting us together. So, if I do the ultimate sacrifice, I'll do it. So Airwave goes for the full blow, punches his way through all the hordes of people and hits Grodd, and it's enough to knock Grodd down. And they defeat him. He becomes a normal gorilla again. I always wonder, like, how... this is such a weird thing to complain about, but, like, as a writer, how do you effectively have the bad guy lose where it's not just like, oh, they got beat up? Because ultimately it just becomes they got beat up. You know, it doesn't matter. Like, we build a thing to beat them and their powers dampen so we can beat them up. That's ultimately comic book villains losing. So I can't be too mad. Like, it's very colorful and cool, and Dan Moore is doing some good stuff here. Waid clearly wanted to write some of these characters for some reason. I don't really know why. But the panel work is impressive. The artwork is impressive. It's a nice little book. It's something. There's a really nice moment where Jean and Mr. Terrific are talking about what happened to Airwave. He seemed to have died in the blast. He perished at like the cost, and Mr. Terrific's like, that's not acceptable. Like, this kid had nowhere else to go but here, and we let him down. We failed him. I'm going to spend some time trying to find him. So that's what he's going to do. Mr. Terrific's going to try to find him, I suppose. Anyways, the rest of the characters out of the time vortex or whatever that just appeared from We Are Yesterday events, they show up like, hey, Superman, now that we beat the big gorilla, can you send us home? And he's like, well, we're trying, but we don't really know how to do that now. I think you're all going to be stuck here. So who is stuck in the present day? about 3 other Batmans, a couple more Supermans, Jonah Hex, a couple more Flashes, 2 Robins, Aquaman, of course, a Harley Quinn, the Terrifics, I guess. Okay. I don't know what that means. Are we going to see, like, a bunch of Robins on a team now or something? I don't know. Like, that means nothing to me. Having a bunch of characters in a room, like, who cares? Whatever. Look, it looks pretty good. You know, Dan Mora draws a good Harley Quinn, I'll say that. Anyways, that's the end of the book, and there's like a little teaser, like the epilogue in Hyper Time, where we see like the weird messed up Doomsday from the Joshua Williamson books. He crashes into the World Forger, and he's like, "A crisis is coming," and World Forger's like, "Yes, I sense the disturbance too." And it's like, "Is there a crisis in time that's coming?" I suppose so. And then they look at like events that are taking place, and there's like a weird cybernetic Batman looking guy. And there's like John and Lois when Lois was Superwoman, and there's like, I don't know what there's one where they're like holding, is it the death of Superman again or something? And the Nightwing's in there, and you're like, oh, it's a crisis in time that's coming. You want me to lose interest in something, just make it about time. I don't like that stuff. But you know what? Just let Mark Waid do what he wants. I don't really care. This book has no impact on how I feel about the current state of the DC Comics stuff. I don't know. It's something. Nice little event for those interested. Very hopeful we get back to regularly scheduled Justice League comic books next issue. So, Justice League Unlimited issue number 8, I am going to give a 6 out of 10. Now, thank you all for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And of course, I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.